What's up, everybody? 32 Icon here. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing well myself. Please go ahead and like and subscribe and share if you haven't already, in good faith that I will continue bringing you great content. Oh, and I'm just another YouTube personality, so take what I say with a grain of salt and do your own research, okay? All right, so listen. Today, I'm going to give you 10 ways you can save money at the range. Now, we all know the climate that we're living in, right? It is vital, it is imperative that we are mindful of the amount of money that we are spending and making sure that we are getting the most bang for our buck. Now, some people care, some people don't. For me, I'm pretty frugal. You guys know that. I'm not overpaying for nothing, and I'm always looking for a discount. I could be Bill Gates rich. I could be Barbara Streisand rich, Denzel Washington rich, and I will always look for a coupon. I will always look for a discount. I'm not paying full price for anything unless I absolutely have to. So I'm going to give you 10 ways that you can save money at the range. Now, this is not in any particular order, all right? So I'm just going to put it out there, except for number one. Number one is absolutely in order. Number one is the top tip for saving money at the range. Here it goes. Do not, and I repeat, do not buy ammo at the range, okay? Now, y'all might think I had coffee, all right? I have not had any coffee. That is just me being totally sincere. Do not buy that range ammo. It is overpriced, and that's how they make their money at the range, okay? I miss the days where you could walk into Walmart or you can run over to Dick's and just grab a box of ammo or 2 or 3 and then run to the range. Now you can't do that. You have to go to the local gun store. And even a local gun store is a little more than what you would pay at big box stores, which, I mean, that makes sense. But it's not as much as you would pay at the range. Their ammo is out of control. I don't care if you're getting something as small as a 22 caliber. The prices are out of control, all right? So do not buy range ammo. Prepare before you go there with your own ammo. All right, number 2, have a plan, all right? Don't just go to the range and say, oh, let's go to the range today. Have a plan of what you're going to work on, because you will find that your time is more efficient and is well spent. So you're not just there, putting shots down range with no kind of order, no kind of organization. Now, if you feel like that's what you want to do, you're in the mood to do that, then that is okay, because clearly if you're in the mood to do that, then you're not worried about saving money at the range. But if you are worried about saving money at the range, make sure you have a plan on what you're going to work on once you get there, all right? Number 3, slow down, all right? Slow down. Some of you guys live in those free states, so you load those mags all the way up to 15, 16, 17 rounds, and you just pop, 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 pop. Next mag. Pop, 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 pop. Relax, all right? Maybe fill your mag halfway and work on whatever it is you need to work on. Then when that mag is empty, now you're reloading. Now you're thinking about, okay, what did I do right? What did I do wrong? What do I need to work on this next mag? All right, this is a 15 round mag. I'm going to fill it up to 7, and I'm going to work on those things that I just remember that I'm not doing so well, okay? So that is another way to save money at the range. All right, number 4, don't bring all your ammo. Do not bring all your ammo to the range, all right? Now, for me, I bring about 200 to 250 rounds, okay? And usually I'm testing for products or what have you. So that's plenty for me. But you'll find that if you bring all your ammo to the range, you'll shoot all of your ammo at the range. If you bring 500 rounds to the range, chances are you're going to shoot 500 rounds, especially if you're not disciplined, because it's just so much fun. So try to minimize how many rounds you bring to the range, and you will find that down the line, you will save yourself some money, all right? Number 5, you want to transfer over your dry fire skills to live fire. So you don't want to use the time at the range to practice dry fire skills, because that's stuff that you can work on at home. So remember, go into the range with a plan, right? So now you've worked on sight picture, side alignment. You worked on trigger press. You worked on reloading. You worked on those things. So now when you come to the range, you can actually put it into practice using live fire. All right. So you're not wasting money and time going over dry fire skills that you could have done at home. All right. Number 6, plan for an hour. Right? Just plan for an hour. A half hour is too short. More than an hour, you'll find yourself shooting up all that ammo you brought to the range, and then you'll kind of, drift off a little bit and not really be focused. I think 1 hour at the range is enough time to be focused on whatever it is that you're trying to learn, whatever it is that you're trying to practice. All right? You pay for the lane for 1 hour. Sometimes it could be $15 depending on discounts that you may have or you may not have. I know law enforcement and military have discounts, but if you are a regular civilian, when you pay your $25, usually it's $25, most ranges, you pay your $25 for an hour, you can get done a lot of things in that 1 hour. So typically plan for an hour, and that way you can get everything done that you need to get done, and you're not spending more time and more ammo all because you want to go for 2 hours and you really didn't get anything accomplished. All right. Number 7. Stop chatting. Cut out all that yibbity yapping next door in this lane, talking over here in that lane. Go and focus. You got 1 hour, okay? You got 1 hour, $25 that you pay for that lane. Focus on what you need to focus on. All right, listen, I'm a chatty Cathy. I love to chat. I love to talk. But when I go in there and I'm doing reviews and I know I have an hour to review this, and that, I'm not chatting. And there have been people who wanted to talk to me like, hey, I'm like, listen, I got an hour. I'll talk to you when my hour is up. If you want to talk during your hour, feel free. But in my hour, I'm trying to get everything done that I need to get done because I'm not spending over $25. So that's just me. But hey, I save money that way. Number 8. Use .22 ammo where you can to substitute for using 9mm. So if you're going to the range to work on recoil management, you're working on trigger press, you're working on that sort of thing, you can do that with .22 ammo. In fact, I encourage you, when working on your trigger press and trying to control your anticipation from the 9mm, you can use .22 because it's not a lot of recoil. In fact, there's practically none at all. So you're not afraid to shoot it. You're not anticipating a lot of blowback or a lot of recoil, so that you're able to now keep that front sight post on target, and you're not afraid about pulling the trigger because you think you're going to jerk it or you think the gun is going to fly back at you. You're actually getting good practice in, you're conditioning yourself, you're being disciplined on your trigger press. And so with .22 ammo, that helps a lot. Now, when you transfer over to 9mm ammo, you have developed a lot of the skills that you would need to control that recoil and that anticipation. So use .22 ammo where you can, all right? And that'll save you some money. Number 9, invest in your targets, ears, and eyes. Now, early on when I started going to the range, what I did was, my job had a color printer, right? So I would print my targets offline. I printed my targets from Travis Haley. I printed my targets from T-Rex Arms. Lucas had targets on his website, and I printed those targets and I practiced at the range. I didn't pay for a lot of targets. Now, I get targets from different companies, but my favorite targets are splatter targets. And you'll see in my older videos, I use splatter targets a lot. And I ordered some more. I'm still waiting for them to get here because I want to move back to splatter targets because it's just an instant feedback system where I know exactly where my rounds are going and I don't have to stare and be like, did it go there or whatever? No, splatter targets are the best. But in the meantime, in between time, if you can't afford the splatter targets and you're at work and they have a color printer, or even if they don't have a color printer, and you could print some of those targets off at work, 25 here, 10 there, do it. Invest in ears and eyes. You will find that once you go to the range, you'll have to pay $1.50 for targets, sometimes $2. Ears and eyes are $1.50 a piece. You go to the range enough, that money adds up. So you might as well go on Amazon, find you something up there where you have a good set of ear pros and you have your little safety glasses and you're good. So when you come to the range, do you need targets, eyes, ears? Nope, I'm all set. Thank you. So now guess what? You're only paying your little $25 for your lane. All right. And last but not least, don't get suckered into getting a membership. Okay, let me explain. So some places allow you to purchase a membership so that when you come to the range, you have preference of lanes, you have preference of not having to wait in a line. But here's the thing. Here's what I found. I'm the type of person where if I'm going to pay you $400 or $500 for a membership, I'm not paying you a dime when I show up to shoot. Okay, no, I already paid you $400 or $500. Why I gotta pay another discounted fee of $15 as opposed to the $25? No, I'm not doing all that. You already have my money. Now when I come, I just want to take a lane. Now, if you have ever played golf, you'll see that there are some clubhouses where you can go and you can get a membership to that particular golf course. And usually, I know in Florida, a friend of mine was in Florida and he was looking at memberships and we were at this golf course. And I think the membership was like $2,700 for the year or something. You pay your $2,700. Now, when you came to the range, I think the kicker was you would have to come after 2 p.m. So you couldn't come prior to 2 p.m. But anyway, you came after 2 p.m. You got your cart. You got a water, and you were off. So you ain't have to come in, pay for this green fee, pay for the cart, pay for water, you ain't have to do all that. You already paid up front, so now when you come, boop, you get in your cart and you get to move in. And that's how I am when it comes to the gun range. If I'm paying $400 or $500, I would have to go there more than the average person in order to really see the benefits of my $400 or $500 that I paid up front, in addition to the $15 that I now have to pay for my lane. I might as well just pay the $25 and call it a day. I'm only saving $10. So that savings of $10 would have to be so extreme where I see the benefits of paying my $400 or $500 ahead of time, if that makes sense. I'm not sure it's making sense, but I know that there are many ranges that would offer you a membership, and you have to do the math in the long run. Now, if you go to the range 2-3 times a week, maybe even 4 times a week, and you bring a friend, then yeah, that starts to add up, and that actually might benefit you in the end. But for a person like me who goes maybe once a week, maybe every other week, the math doesn't add up. So for me, I actually save money by not getting a membership. All right, now listen, there you have it. Those are my 10 ways you can save money at the range. There may be others, but again, this is just from my experience and some research that I've done over time where I've learned that, hey, I need to cut back. And these are some of the ways that I'm able to do that. All right, so listen, buy your 32 Icon t-shirt if you haven't already. I appreciate you guys for the support. I appreciate you guys watching. Those links that I put in my description and in my pinned comments, they help you because they give you discounts and they also help the channel to keep moving forward. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. I hope you guys are treating one another with kindness, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Peace.